Hello. Welcome to the first part of my skinning tutorial in droid. Some may say creating a skin is hard, but trust me, it isn't. It may take some time to acquire all the knowledge necessary for skinning, but it's easy as long as you have fun doing it. Let's get to the point. Starting with Part 1, Interface. First of all, you're gonna need ideas. For example, the colors, fonts, shapes, and designs. Then you're gonna need an application for picture editing. Most skinners use Ibis Paint X, PS Touch, or Pixel Lab. And, if you're making a skin of a character, you also need renders of them. You can search in art sharing sites like Pixif, DeviantArt, or Danboro. You can also make your own renders using the Background Eraser app. When you have those, you are ready to start. Easy things first, we start with the menu buttons. Create a .png file with 500 pixels of height and 1700 pixels of width. I do not recommend increasing the height, because the hitbox will obstruct a high portion of the screen. You can delete some pixels of height if you don't want to include your character, but the buttons need to be 216 pixels tall, so they can be aligned with the profile info. For reference, I am using my latest skin, @Komori_Kuduyu. Feel free to use it as a template. Draw lines of 1 pixel of width that separate each buttons from other. This step is just for reference. Make sure the width of mods, options, and random buttons are the same. With the design that you chose, start creating the buttons. Make sure to keep things aligned and centered. You can find icons by searching on your preferred search engine or in free icon library sites. After you're done, place your character's render. I do not recommend placing it in the middle of the 3 buttons, because of the hitbox problem mentioned earlier. Place it on back button or the random button, instead. Then, add some decorations or effects, like shadows to make things look smoother and prettier. And remember, the profile picture generates in the 20th pixel, counting from right to left. Here comes the tricky part. When you are done with the buttons, it's time to crop. First, save your project as a .png file and open it. That way the layers will not bother you. Then, resize the entire .png to 257 pixels of height. Using the lines, crop the back button as I do. Then save the results with the correct name. Make sure to delete the lines before saving. Sometimes I forget to do it. Keep an eye on the selection rectangle. After you're done with the back button, crop the entire .png down like this. Then, resume the crop process with mods, options, and random buttons. After you're done, it's time to edit the skin.json file. Change the resolution of each button by looking at their values. Don't worry if your values are different. It's normal. If something doesn't align properly, you can decrease or increase the values by 1 pixel and test. Next, we have the menu button background. I will skip this because it's only a rectangle, and that's it. Now, the pause overlay and fail background. First, create a 2000 pixels by 100 pixels transparent rectangle. You can also decrease the width to 500 pixels if you want to center your buttons. Save the result as pause continue.png. Do the same for pause retry and back.png. Then, create another .png, this time with the resolution of your phone in 720p. Here are the most common values. Find the center of your rectangle and create a 200 pixels by 100 pixels rectangle. Draw a line on the top and the bottom like this. Then, draw 2 more lines using the rectangles. Now, delete all the rectangles and create a black background with 70 to 80% of opacity. Write the text, and make sure it's aligned properly. Then, add decorations, and you're done. The process is the same for fail background.png. Now, the hardest part, the ranking panel.png. First, use the T2S app to create the score numbers. Luckily for you, you don't have to go through the pain that is aligning the ranking letter properly, because I did it for you. The only thing that you need to do is this. Then you can create what you have in mind. After you're done, it's time for creating the mods. Again, check my skin in description for templates. I made them 78 pixels by 66 pixels. Then, take a screenshot of the game, in the ranking panel screen. Create a 1427 pixels by 690 pixels rectangle. Place your screenshot and shrink it so it fits exactly. Hide the song details and stuff by moving the screenshot. Start creating the shapes and your designs, let your creativity flow. Go crazy! This is my favorite part of skinning. As you can see, my ranking panel screen consists of 2 layers. That's a little technique I discovered some time ago. More on that later. Now, for the retry, replay, and back buttons, I made them transparent and with the same resolution, so they fit the 2 halves of the screen. These dimensions may not work well on different screen resolutions. But don't worry, I included an aspect ratio folder to help you. In this skin, I used visible buttons. The creation method is the same. Both skins are pretty similar alignment-wise. Here is an optional trick you can do, the ranking title.png method. With this process you can create things like this. Here is how it looks in-game. I discovered this method by accident. As I said, this method is optional. It may or may not help you keep things clean and organized. I already did the alignment step, so the only thing that you need to do is this. Then you can start creating your designs. It's pretty simple and you can use it to forget about the 100s, 50s, and misses alignment, because the entire ranking title.png will cover it. And that's it. You're well on your way to become an Droid skinning champion. If you have any questions or problems, feel free to contact me in my Discord. Flowmia #0024. You can also talk to people in the Droid skinning Discord server. Part 2, gameplay will be available soon. Take care.